But let's talk about failure, what it is, what it isn't, how to think about it, how to use it to make sure that you're always growing. So, failure is inevitable. Here's the deal. What you need to know about failure is what it actually is. Failure, if you have the right mindset, is nothing more than a tuition expense for a lesson. It's nothing more than a cost to acquire skills and a cost to learn a lesson. So the point there is that you always want to make sure that you extract the lesson from the failure. Otherwise, you're paying for nothing. You're literally paying for something that you do not receive. And if you've ever done that before, I was in the airport literally just a couple weeks ago, and I had just had surgery on my arm. So my energy was low. I hadn't been sleeping well. I was tired. So I get to the airport and I get to where I'm arriving on the flight. So I'm exhausted. And there's a dispensing machine. And I go over to it and it has an energy drink. Yay. So I put in like the $5, like literally I think it was, at the airport to get this energy drink. And I make the selection, and I'll never forget, the little machine runs over there to where the drink's at, turns where the drink's supposed to fall out, and the drink never moved. And it came and it dispensed absolutely nothing. Infuriating, right? It's, you know, at the end of the day, it's only $5. But I didn't get what I paid for. I literally paid the money and did not get what I had paid for. And that is infuriating. And how many times do we do that when it comes to failure? How many times do we actually fail at something and then not take the time to extract the lesson? The lesson is what we paid for, even if it was unintentional. Like, we don't fail on purpose. But when you do fail, you have paid for a lesson. If you do not search for and find the lesson, then you literally are not getting what you've paid for. The worst place that you can be is losing and not know why you're losing. You have no attribution. You don't know what's going on. Just things aren't working out. You're placing trades and you can't figure out why it's not working. Like, you think everything's set up right. You think that your indicators are good. You think that the data that you have is good. And you cannot figure out for the life of you why all of your trades are turning against you and things are not working out for you. Well, that's called paying into a tuition and not getting the lesson. That's what I'm talking about. The worst place you can be is failing and not know why you're failing. But let me tell you the second worst place you can be. It's winning and not know why you're winning. So you're placing trades and you're making money and things are good, but you really have no idea why that is. You have no substantial data. You just had a hunch in the market. You placed a trade and it went in your direction and you closed it profitably. That's great. It's better than losing and not know why you're losing, but winning without knowing why you're winning is not any better. It's a whole nother lesson for another day, but we'll talk about it now. It's attribution. Being able to attribute what it is that you're doing correctly to make positive decisions. Why? So that you can build a model and repeat those decisions and do it over and over with consistency and start to build a ratio where you know that 6 out of 10 trades are profitable, 7 out of 10 trades are profitable, right? That's where you want to be. You want to be where you're at least, you know, closing more trades profitably than you are unprofitably. That's the goal, right? As long as you can maintain that ratio, you'll be making money. That also has to do with trade size and some other things too. Like for what we do with DeFiancy, typically our winning trades are 4 times bigger. Well, 3 to 4, depends on any given month, but 3 to 4 times larger than our losing trades. And we have typically over a 70% winning ratio. So if you combine those two, it's ridiculously amazing. It's quite astounding, honestly. Those are hard numbers to reach, but you can reach higher and higher and higher and grow. The point of this message, again, is about attribution, figuring out why you're losing if you're losing, paying for those lessons, and then viewing failure in such a light that you don't beat yourself up. So if you have some trades that turn against you and you're failing and things are just not working in your favor, the last thing you want to do is have the mindset of your worst self-critic. Now, I want you to be hard on yourself because I want you to grow, but I don't want you to be so hard on yourself that you beat yourself up so much that it affects your self-confidence. If you have self-thought, self-doubt, like, oh man, this is never going to work for me, I'm never going to learn this, I'm never going to be consistently profitable, like if that's your attitude, that's what needs work. Failure doesn't bother me. I mean, it does bother me. I'm a human just like anybody else. But your failure doesn't bother me on your path to learning. Your attitude about it will. Like, you need to have the attitude that this is just a tuition. This is just something that happens on the way to learning anything in life. Is you're going to fail along the way. That's how you master something, is you fail at it. You talk to any trader in the group who's done extremely well, and they will tell you that not only did they fail a lot to learn, they also still fail a lot. It's part of the process. It's just how it works. And so make sure that as you are hard on yourself, because I want you to be hard on yourself, I want you to want to grow, I want you to want to do better. But I don't want you to beat yourself up so bad that it destroys your self-confidence, and that inner voice inside of your head tells you that this will never work out for you, it'll never play in your favor long-term over time. Little seeds of doubt like that, tiny bits of doubt is normal, but beating yourself up so much that you have no confidence left over is not good. You need to evaluate your self-talk, and we'll do another video about self-talk and metacognition on another day. But that's the lesson for today, is that failure is nothing more than tuition. It's nothing more than an expense to learn a lesson. And if you think about it like that, it's like paying for education. That's literally what failure is if you have the right mindset about it, and if you find the lesson. That's the two things. So apply that to your life. Let me know how it works out, and we'll see you in the next video. And remember, iron sharpens iron, baby. Talk soon. Bye for now.